Hello guys, thanks for tuning in here with Trading for Everyone. In today's video we're going to be analyzing Tesla. I think we can agree that Tesla has been really bullish lately because of earnings and also because of the mediatic hype that is around the company. From June, July, it has pushed up almost 100%. That's incredible for a big stock like Tesla. Tesla is a big company that has a lot of volatility. It has a lot of investors that are trying to profit from Tesla in the short term, and that's what generates a lot of volatility. So we have to be really careful when trading Tesla. But we can all agree that Tesla is a good choice if you can see if price is going up or if price is going down. I think that we all can agree that this big channel that's here with 100% profit or a 50% loss is really amazing. But we have to be really careful, because if we do things wrong, we could see a potential 40% loss. That's really not ideal in matter of some weeks, because it's a really volatile company. But well, first of all, please click the like button to help the YouTube algorithm to recommend the video to other people like you. Subscribe to my channel if you like my content, and go watch my other videos if you like them. And well, here you can see that there is a channel, a sideways channel with Tesla in the long term, in the 3-year data chart. But we can see that Tesla has a record for pushing up or down a lot in a short period, in a short amount of time. We can see here in 2017 that it pushed down. That's 20%, pushed up again, pushed down 20%, pushed up, pushed down 30%, and then pushed up 50, pushed down another 50, pushed up 50, pushed down 50, and pushed up 100. So that's amazing. We can all agree that indicators seem that they are exhausted. As I told you in previous videos, indicators are just like another opinion on the stock market, but they are not what we should follow in order to trade. But well, what I believe is that price is really close to previous resistance in comparison to previous support. Or we can make another support line here, and we can make another support line right about here. But we can all agree that the potential for profit is not the same as the potential for loss. So it's not a good moment to buy Tesla, since it has been pushing down for almost 2 weeks, and I think that it's really overextended. I think we need to let the indicators relax a little bit for some weeks, but I think that the 2020 will be an excellent trading year for Tesla. I think that Tesla will jump to the big scale of international manufacturing of vehicles. But well, I think that they're an amazing company. Elon Musk is an awesome guy. I think that's really a wonderful mind, and he has done, and I think it's amazing the work that he's doing with all their companies and all their progress that it's bringing humanity. Because remember that Tesla is the first big company that's taking action seriously about the electric vehicles and saving the environment, and also with the SpaceX program that is trying to help humanity search for other planets in case of any catastrophe or whatever. and all the things that Tesla is doing, and the other companies of Elon Musk, I'm really attracted to. I don't know if you have heard of Neuralink, but I think that's amazing, the progress that Elon Musk is doing. And well, but we're here to analyze Tesla, so let's get right into it. Tesla has been really bullish, and we can see here the previous support here and resistance here for the long-term points. What I think that's going to happen, if I had to draw some price action, I would say that price will continue to cool off and try to hit the SMA line. I'm going to show you in shorter time frames. The SMA line is also trying to cut up with price, but I think that's going to sell off a little bit. Then it's going to try to consolidate again for this price point, trying to continue going down, going to be rejected again, and I think that price is going to probably do something like that to previous resistance, come back to support and push up. And I think that we are going to see new highs probably at the end of 2020, but I think that's going to be a really good period for Tesla. Remember that 2019 was an awesome period in terms of this push of 100%, but if we see where the price closed previous year, we are right in the same price level, so it's just no movement at all. Whereas if we analyze previous year, there's not movement at all. If you analyze 2017, we can see that price moved up a lot, but in 2019 it pushed down and then recovered. But I think that 2020 will be a year that we will see an uptrend the whole year. But well, we'll just have to wait. I think that if the MACD and RSI come to the 50 level and let the price cool off a little bit to the SMA line, it's going to be pushing up right back up. But well, now let's go to the half a year 4 hour chart. That's one I really like, and we can see here that price has been really bullish. That's all when we can see. It's priced right about earnings. Stock price surged 20% plus in 1 year, in one overnight. So well, that's what I always say: don't trade overnight if you are in a big position. But well, if you had been in a big position in Tesla, you would have gained 20%, but you could also have lost 20%. If we see previous earnings from previous quarters, we can see that some periods stock price went up 10% and some periods it went down 10%. So it's not recommendable to trade on those periods. But well, it's just what you'd like. Well, we can see here that in the 4-day 180-day 4 hour chart, we can see that price is trying to approach the SMA line. This SMA line is one I really like. That's the 180 days, so that it correlates to the chart that I really like to watch, to trade long term. That's this chart. So well, we can see that price here was really overextended. It corrected a little bit, approached it to SMA line, continue pushing up. Now it's correcting a little bit. I think that's now is going to push up. I think it's going to push up, and I see we have potential for a 10% profit or 9% profit in 1 or 2 weeks. But I'm not so sure that price will go up. I think that's here we have another line of resistance that it tried to push up and got rejected, and we can see here that's trying to form a descending trend line. So I think we will have to wait. If price continues to consolidate, I think we can see a potential for uptrends. Look at the MACD, look at their side. They are really oversold. They are really waiting to push up insanely. because, well, just remember that MACD is here, and we can see that price is going down. We can see the MACD trying to reach this point, the other side trying to reach the 50 plus. So I think there's a lot of potential, but there are also some consolidation that the stock price could go down a little bit more. I think that it will go down to this point, at least, because this was the price point that consolidated for a whole week after earnings, after the week of earnings. So I think that price will try to consolidate around this area. I think it will continue to go down, try to consolidate, and then break this downtrend in order to push up. Here we are not seeing a descending triangle because price is not pushing down to this point, and this is not a good descending triangle, but we could argue that this is a kind of a half a pattern for price to continue going down. But I think that price will go down, try to push up, go down with this line, and then push up. We don't know where, but I think it will push up. I think price now is a really good time to wait on Tesla, but to have it on our watch list. Here the watch list I have is the gas and oil watch list. As you probably know, I really like to trade those ETNs, but well, I also like to invest long term in this kind of companies. Remember that a company that like Tesla, I think that in terms of fundamental analysis, the stock price is really low. I think that it's a company that's going to be competing with Ford, or competing with Mercedes-Benz, or competing with the big ones, with I don't know, Toyota and whatever company that you'd like. I think Tesla will go global at some point or another, in terms of being in all parts of the world, and I think that price will continue to go up with the company expansion. What I think it's that we can all agree that Tesla price is kind of oscillating, but it's mostly because of US market. But I think that in terms of fundamental analysis, the stock price is really low. I think that in terms of what the company could achieve, it's an affordable stock price. In terms of the market capitalization that it has, Tesla is not really a big company, but I think that it has a lot of potential. I think it's the pioneer on lots of technology, on lots of like innovation in terms of everything. And as you probably know, the Cybertruck that was released during this week was kind of object to some memes and whatever, but it has been really good. I really like the Cybertruck. I think it's like different. That's why the adjective that I would tell the Cybertruck is different. I think it's nothing that like we can see on the streets right now. I think it's completely different, and I think that's what Tesla is aiming for controversy, and for being different, and for people talking about Tesla in good or bad way. But remember, that's just publicity. If two guys are talking about Tesla, and one says, "Yeah, I love the Cybertruck," and the other says, "No, Cybertruck is horrible," or whatever, they are both making the company more profitable. They are both the same, until the same extent. They are both making the company free publicity, free advertising, because they are going to, well, yeah, you like the truck and I don't like it. Let's ask John, or let's ask my mother, or let's ask, and people are going to notice Tesla. They are going to start buying more Tesla cars. I think that Tesla Model 3 is really affordable for what it offers, and I think Tesla will continue to release those kind of cars, the cars that are not really expensive. The Cybertruck is a little bit expensive, and I don't think that a lot of people will buy that, but it's good for the company to be diversificating and having a pickup for a big car for people that like to buy like the Rangers or the Hilux or the F-150 or whatever truck that they are buying. They could opt for a Tesla, for an electric vehicle, for an awesome minimalistic modern technological vehicle and whatever. So what I think it's a really good company. I would say, like, in the long term, if you ask me what will Tesla be in 100 years, yeah, I couldn't tell you about that. But if you ask me about perhaps 5 or 10 years, I believe that the company will be 10 times higher, bigger. So I just believe that the company will hit the $1,000 for the stock easily, because the market that's now around Tesla is really small compared to other car manufacturers. If you search for how much Ford has vehicles selling each year, it's lots of times higher than Tesla. And if you see Ford, it's quite like going down. Let's see. Look at 4. That's the ticker F, and we can see that in the weekly, on each candle being weekly, we can see that price is just going down. And you'd say, why is that if companies doing great? I think that's people are kind of like not impressed by Ford anymore. I think that Ford has really good vehicles, but I think that like stock price of Ford is kind of making us see that the company is not innovating. I think that it's like a company that release. I think that Ford is the perfect example for the car manufacturer, as I don't know, Motorola or LG are for smartphones. They are just releasing some smartphones for the sake of releasing them and for not going away, but they're not innovating at all. They are really bad companies in terms of innovation, in terms of making good progress with new technology or whatever. I have been trading Ford because I have seen potential for scalping it during the day, or for holding a week or so. I don't think that scalping is really good with Ford, because it's a really big market capitalization and not a lot of movement. But I have traded, as you can see here, I have traded this uptrend. I see that we have potential for profit. Price went up, went down, and I traded right about this point, I believe, that I bought for Ford, and I was almost going to close the trade because trade was not going the way I liked, and it was approaching previous lows, and I say, no, I'm going to hold a little bit more. If it approaches these lows, I'm going to close the trade, but I think that it has potential for a profit, and I hold the trade and make a little bit over 5%. I think that around the SMA line I closed the trade, because it was showing like really sign of quickly pushing up and not letting indicators like chill off a little bit. So I closed the trade right about the SMA line for a 5% profit, not with a whole account obviously, but Ford is a really good company in terms of trading it for a week, but not for day trading. As you can see here, I know here in the stock price is moved down 2%, 1%. Here it moved down 1%. Here it moved up 0.4. Here it moved up 2.5. That's a good amount, but it's not a big company. It's not a company that will say, yeah, we have to trade a company. Here, well, it was earnings, this red candle earnings, but well, just I think that you can have a little bit of an insight on what I believe about Ford. I don't like Ford at all. For the buying it and holding for a lot. I think that Ford is a really old company. I think it's not trying to innovate, not trying to make things different. But well, back to what it matters. That's Tesla. Tesla, it's amazing. Just wait, hold off, don't rush your trades, don't buy now, hoping for the price to go up because it could continue to go down. But just have it in your watch list and make sure you are going to trade it whenever you seem that price is going to go up. I think that price is not going to correct all the way back to the SMA line, but I think it's going to be correcting a little bit. I don't know which point actually, but I think that if price goes down to this point, and I think if it shows signs of consolidating and trying to push up and starting to see this is going to go down for this point, and if we see signs of the price trying to consolidate and to make high highs, if we see this kind of continuation, I'm going to buy. But well, I think that's all for the time being. I'm going to be updating you on Tesla stock. If you like, please hit the like button in order to make sure that, if not, to make me know that you like analyzing some other stocks than natural gas. But well, I think that natural gas is really my niche, and I think that's what I like to talk about. But also this kind of company, I think that they are really good and they have a lot of potential. So well, in terms of fundamental analysis on Tesla, I think that in some years it will hit the thousands easily. But well, just remember that they are all recommendations. They are not statements that you should trade off about. But well, thanks for watching my video, and I will be uploading some more content. If you really like, click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Peace out.